Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. Today I wanted to bring you guys a classic. So it used to be that you used to play Ezreal Draven, midrange Noxus, the Noxus P&Z deck. And I think this deck is actually well positioned in the meta again. Instead of Draven, I am playing Caitlyn though, because the way that we're playing this deck is that we want to be able to target all the Demacia midrange decks, right? So the Sivir Actions, the Pantheon decks, the Scouts, even the Galio decks, right? So all of those, you want to be able to have the flashbombs on their deck to give to kind of ping them, because once you're able to ping them, you're able to kill them with Ravenous Flock, Scorched Earth, and Nutshing Guillotine. So this is a more like, I guess, flashbomb oriented deck where the whole point of the flashbomb is just to ping their units and then be able to kill them with flocks. Also, this deck is running 3 Station Archivists, which means that it allows you to draw an additional number of flocks or Scorched Earth, depending on when you need it. And obviously the classic Tribe. Okay, so for those of you not familiar with this deck, so the whole point of this deck is that you're running a lot of 3-cost cards. So you can see that we have 19 of them because you're playing for the Tribing win condition. So the Tribing win condition lets you just get so much tempo by removing an opponent's unit and while summoning a big unit yourself, right? So let's say Tribing is a 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. You can literally remove almost any unit in the game with Tribing while summoning like a huge attacker that the opponent has to deal with, otherwise they end up losing. The rest of the deck is just a lot of removal spells and a lot of like ways to stall the opponent or kill their units, right? So 2 thermals, I think 3 is a little bit too much, it can be clunky. Automatic 3 flocks, 3 house spiders because allows us to block and as well, protects us against aggro and allows us to also ping their units for like flocks. Triple Mystic Shot, just straight up removal. Then we have 3 Sentry, which is actually one of the key cards in this deck, right? The be able to stun like a Pantheon or one of their big units and then be able to flock them is huge. Triple Caitlyn, quick attack, 3-drop unit that's able to support the flashbomb. Ezreal is kind of like an alternate win condition, right? So we're targeting units a lot. So Ezreal could potentially level up and in the late game be able to finish the game because of his ability. I like the one, the Guillotine, and the 2 Scorched Earth to just be able to kill anything that gets damaged. Guillotine especially can be very good against Pantheon decks if you specifically damage multiple units. And because, again, your flashbomb are damaging the units all the time. Peacemaker, just another way to add more flashbomb to the deck. It is a 3-cost spell, so even though it's a little bit more expensive than Mystic Shot, it does advance the Tribing, which is the reason why I play it as well. And then 3 Station Archivist, 3-cost unit that lets us get even more spells in our hand is huge, right? 1 Ton of the Roses, because I do like having 1 more unit and another way to stun. 3 Static Shot to pin their units and also get a little bit of draw here, as well with 2 Whisper Words to get even more of that draw. And again, our ways to finish the games are multiple. We just finish with outright just out-tempoing them because we can do Tribing to remove the units and have a big attacker. We can win with Ezreal, or we can win with Farron. So we play 2 Farrons here as a way to get those decimates to be able to finish up their nets. So again, if you're not familiar with this deck, I hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. I think it's a classic mid-range control deck, and I actually think this deck is very well positioned in the meta where we have a lot of the Demacia units. It does lose though to like some of the controlling matchups like Darkness and stuff like that, but you can still steal some wins versus them because you have a lot of ways to remove their champions, right? So you can still you're also able to like kill the champions as soon as they come down, and you're able to deal with the catalyzer really early, so you can stop their darkness from getting to ridiculous values. So you can steal some wins against them as well. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the games, and I'll see you all at the end of the video to discuss some mulligan strategies. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Sivir Akshan. So this deck is a little bit interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be a good matchup or not, or if it's gonna be a good matchup yet. Just because I'm gonna get greedy with the double Tribing. Just because they do have the Spell Shield units, right? So Spell Shield, oh wow, Spell Shield is really awkward for us. Because we'll always be able to kind of kill our stuff, right? I mean, if you're gonna do this, I'm okay. I'm okay passing every single time. Can do Ezreal, start triggering our thing here. I'm gonna attack. If he has sharps, so we can block it. Yeah, that's fine. So then we just block this, right? We always have Scorched Earth for his palace whenever we feel like it's gonna be time to do it. Yeah, so the spell shield becomes really annoying versus us. little bit unfortunate. We'll do the Station Archivist. Okay, we got a... Fortunately, we got a bad draw in this case. I think I'm gonna be okay taking the 5 here. I think I just need to get rid of the Spell Shield. Because we can do the Thriving, right? Anytime that we want. Let's just get our free 3 attack here. He's never gonna block that. I'm okay doing the Thriving for 4. And that's okay. We should probably Scorched Earth there, right? This is going to be a lot of damage that we're going to take though, right? So I think we actually need to Thriving. We need to Thriving. We need to Thriving just so that we have enough blockers, otherwise we're taking too much damage. That's not a bad hit at all, because he can block the Protector. I guess he won't block the Sivir though. Do we need to... I like doing this. I don't want him to get value from the Warlord's Palace. We have the stun if he has like a rally. This also makes our Thriving much bigger. We have to open up with Thriving next turn to prevent a Bright Steal to do the same thing that he did to us last turn. Yeah, that's fine. Rally doesn't save her here. We just do a second Thriving. He can't save her with Sharps anymore.
Scores to settle, cooks to kill. You know how it is.
We have the stun for later on for another. If we still open with it, instead of trying to get ready for a 6 drop, I think the 5 drop pool is pretty nice as well. Okay, Euro Protector is not bad. It's still a good blocker versus his units. I think we just do this, right? He's just gonna try to kill it. Okay, I mean, I'm okay with this, right? Because now this is gonna be in range of dying to a Thriving next turn. We also have the stun to just be able to kill it. He still needs to commit one more spell. So since when do they play Citria there? That's interesting. We have enough fearsome blockers, so it's not a big deal. We also have the stun and a second Thriving. I think we just do it like this, right? Now this puts it in range of a Static Shock. I mean, cool, you get that. And then we just still kill it with Static. We still have the Thriving available for us to be able to deal with anything else. If it's a Sivir though, we need to just... I'm thinking if it's a rally... I guess if it's a rally, we can just stun the action, right? So I'm okay with this and just going for a Thriving for 8 next turn. There's the rally. So then we just stun the action. Next turn we can open with Thriving. He could have single combat. No, he's not single combat. Alright. We just block that with the Sentry. We open with Thriving. He needs to commit a buff to be able to level up the action. I think Thriving is going to be a little bit better than Farron, although Farron is not a bad choice either. That Tenerica is not the greatest, but she does have Spell Shield, which is pretty good. This is bad attack, right? Because if he has Sharp Sight, he could potentially kill her. Our hand is a little bit awkward as well. Piltover Peacemaker is not bad. The Farron can be a good blocker against almost anything here. Gets a level up action. But we can just slowly finish the game with Farron, right? Because of the Overwhelm. He needs to have Concerted for this. We also have the Decimates now for us. We can summon a second Farron next time if we wanted to. I'm gonna do it like this. He could easily have a concerted, right? Which is probably what he's gonna do right here. Just the Absolver. Interesting. Still needs to commit one more. That's why I did it this way, so that the Absolver couldn't kill the Pharron. He still dies, anyways, even through the Absolver. He loses his whole board. He only has 2 cards in his hand. We still have the Piltover Peacemaker to to be able to kill the Bruiser if he has like a sharp side. Oh, he's just gonna do second Absolver, so he still dies, right? Is that enough? No, that's just 1 off. That's not enough. I guess he gets the Warlord's Soul, right? All we need to do is just this. And if he doesn't find a health buff, he could potentially just lose to the Caitlyn. Like, the Caitlyn bomb could hit him there. We can still attack with everything and just finish up with Decimates, right? Because he has low enough health, yeah. So he ended up needing to do that. So now here he needs to find the Cataclysm. And funny enough, if he draws 2, he's getting closer to our flashbombs. Alright. It's not enough, right? We just attack with everything next turn. We just attack with everything next turn. Yeah, Caitlyn will die, but again, she's still putting flashbombs on his deck. If he goes down to 3 health, we can just do the Decimate. He already lost the Overwhelm. I have Decimate, my dude. I guess it didn't matter, right? It didn't matter, because even if he blocked the Bruiser, he still goes down to 4 health. He needed to block the Caitlyn. Like, he needed to let his Bruiser go. But yeah. Jeez, it was close. I guess we got a little bit lucky that his hand was just double Absorber and Sharp Sight. I do think the way that we blocked was correct, where we put the Pharron in the action, because I think we didn't want the action to be able to live. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Veigar Senna. So this is going to be one of our bad matchups for us. Yeah, this is going to be pretty bad for us. I do want to keep the Mystic Shot and the Peacemaker, just to be able to deal with, like, the Catalyzer. Maybe the Mystic Shot is too greedy. Maybe the Piltover is fine. We have to try to harm Mulligan for the Tribeam, I think. We do have Scorched Earth to deal with, like, yeah, I prefer if I got the Tribeam here. So the reason I like the Piltover Peacemaker is because... Oh, there we go, perfect. So now if he does the Catalyzer, we can do this, we kill it, and now he also has bombs in his deck that he has to worry about. Oh, that's unfortunate. I like the Caitlyn here. Now, it does make us vulnerable to a Veigar next turn. Because if he has a Veigar next turn, he's going to be able to survive. Right? Gotta be kidding me. So the Veigar next turn gets to survive. I like doing the Ezreal here. And just attacking with both units next turn. Like open attacking before you can do the darkness. Like, it sucks that those flash bombs went away like that. So this will allow us to do the Mystic Shot on the Veigar and be able to kill it. I guess the only problem here is if we do it on the Veigar, I guess we kind of have to at this point, huh? He could just do Miscall and save it. I think we have to just commit the Scorched Earth on it. It gives us another trigger to the Tribeam. He could have Miscall here, he just had the second Veigar. But we do have Tribeam now. Okay, it's just Senna. So he'll be able to kill the Caitlyn. But we can just Tribeam. Ooh, that's nice. If we have Flock, that would be so good. Unfortunately, not Flock for us. Decides to go for the open attack, which means that we can just go ahead and do the Tribeam. I guess we could just search if we have the Flock, right? We can do it this way. Mystic? It's not great. So we're gonna have to commit the thermal here, right? We're gonna have to commit the thermal just because we ended up not getting the flock. Like, this sucks because we have like stuff like flocks, but we know we're not gonna draw it anytime soon, right? So I guess we have to just commit that. We might as well just do this. Yeah, we might as well just do this and then do the thermal just so that we get but now this actually loses if he drew like the thing. We could also save the thermal and just open with static instead. I think it might actually be better. That might actually be better. Yeah, I think static is actually better. I think we'll do it like this. I think static is better. It still gives us enough mana for thermal next turn, for this turn. Or we can also do... Yeah, okay, cool. You ended up getting this. So now we can just do the Tribing, right? So now we have to do the Tribing. I mean, we could do the thermal instead. But I like the Tribing because the Tribing is going to present a nice tempo game, right? This also plays around a second stress defense. Transposition? Alright, that's huge. Because he can play the Senna again. It's a pretty good card. The Darkness is only at 3 though. So yeah, you play the Senna, but then what? We're still hitting you. If you block with Senna, we can quick attack. I mean, sorry, Mystic in next turn. He does get the Darkness for 3. We don't have a way to kill Senna now. Maybe we needed to actually commit the Senna kill when he had no mana left. You can do Pharaoh here, but then it can just die to a Vengeance. I think we just have to go wide, right? So I think we just do the House Spider, and we try to kill her with Thermal. So he has no way to save her, right? She should just do the Darkness on anything else. I guess he could just kill this with like a Pokey Stick anyways, right? So he doesn't need to commit the Darkness here. At this point, we just have to try to go wide. We have the stun for the... Really? Wow, so that's what he got from the Conchologist, huh? We have the stun to deal with the Stally. Do we need to play around Ruination? So if he has the Ruination and we summon Pharaoh next turn, then he's able to just kill our whole board. I know he's losing is the Roadmaker. That's huge, right? Isn't that huge? Because that means he can't, like, this gets done. So no matter what, we're pushing 6 damage at least, because he's obviously gonna be able to kill this. Yep, he kills that. We push the 9 damage. He's down to 7. We can do Pharaoh. He does the Stally right here. He doesn't have enough value to... He cannot do the Darkness to our face. She's gonna be big. Okay, so he's just gonna try to kill us, but he needs to get healed, right? So the Darkness is not doing enough to kill our Nexus yet. If he gets the Stally, we can stun her. So the big thing here is gonna be stunning that Stally so that he cannot get any heal. So we stun the Stally. It's gonna do 4 to face. Plus another 8 with 8 Stally. Do I need to actually kill this Catalyzer? Like, do we lose? He goes to 5. That's 2. That's 2 mana. Stally 6, so that's 8 mana. Plus another Darkness is another... I think I actually need to do this. I need to do this just so that to keep his darkness a little bit away from being able to kill us. And I actually think the Station Arquebus is better here. We only have... It has to be the Flock, right? Has to be the Flock so that we can do Static Shock, kill both his units, and then Flock the Veigar. And if he loses the Veigar, how is he winning now? So we do it now so that we can Flock the Veigar right away. We even have another Flock in our hand now. And they should have a way to kill us without Veigar on the field. Senna? Okay. So Senna gives him access to like a vengeance and stuff like that. But what if... That was a huge bomb. That was a huge bomb because he allows me to open up with Flock. Get rid of the Senna, so he loses access to the fast speed spells. We can also always win with double decimate, by the way. Like, the only thing that double decimate loses to is gonna be double battle piece. So as long as the spider against well, it loses to well as well. He needs to have a vengeance here, right? Because he needs to deal with the Farron. Pokey stick. Stun. So then now he does... I guess he could still have like a double battle piece. But it's not gonna be enough. We just do double decimate and win because it's only a 7. Well, could still be a problem, but if he does well, he's tapping out of having enough of Piercing Darkness. Alright. So opponent has Piercing Darkness somehow. I think we just do the second decimate just because we have nothing else to do right now. He does the Darkness here, kills our Baron, but we still have Sentry. And I still have the Tri-Beam.
Big head, big brain.
Whisper Words is probably better, right? Kind of like the I kind of like the Peel over Peacemaker though, because he lets me kill it. It's also something that we kill that progress our Tri-Beam as well. I'll do it like this. Still have the stun for like its tally, which is the biggest thing, right? So the biggest problem here is gonna be its tally. Oh, that sucks. Because we already killed multiple Veigars. So the only thing that sucks about this is that you can kill this, right? Vengeance. That's a huge vengeance though, right? We have Scorched Earth plus the Tri-Beams to be able to kill something. Like this. I think it's better to just do this one. Because all we need is to get him damage, right? So all we need is to get him damage and then we can do Scorched Earth. But he ended up joining his next champion, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Lurk. So we need to be able to... We have a lot of blockers, right? So we can block a lot of their cards, but I also feel like we need to be able to remove their cards early on. Ezreal is tempting because Ezreal allows us to get the free Mystic shots. I think Flock might be a little bit too greedy right now. Getting the free Mystic shots might actually be pretty good for us. No, I think it's greedy. I think we need to... We keep with Caitlyn, we keep with the Thermal. Having a second Caitlyn is actually pretty good because it gives us access to the Piltover Peacemaker. We'll do this. Just get the hatching out of the way right now. Static. Not great. There's a chance he doesn't have a 2-drop or another 1-drop. So what he needs to be worried about, yeah, like if I have Mystic Shot here, he would get so punished by that. Or a second Thermal, right? So he got lucky I didn't have either. We could do the Caitlyn here though. Oh, look at that. We do the Mystic a turn too late. Because if we had the Mystic that turn, he wouldn't have been able to... He's playing like he has... Like the card that he lurked was... Like he's literally playing like the card that he lurked was Pike. Like, did we get that unlucky that the opponent just got Pike right away? That would be a little bit unfortunate. I feel like we need to just keep that stun for later. We can do the Station Archivist here. He's a good blocker. Is the Peacemaker actually a little bit better than the Mystic Shot? I think it's just Mystic Shot, right? I think at this point we have to try to be a little bit mana efficient. The Piltover is nice, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Okay, so he got the Lurk from that, right? I guess we can just do it on this guy then. So I'm gonna do it like this because we do have a flash bomb there that can just hit him. So he could potentially just die to the flash bomb. We'll do this. Put some more flash bombs. We have a Caitlyn Peacemaker, putting more flash bombs. Can just do this here. Let's do the Pill over Peacemaker now, because we can start advancing our Tri-beam. So that puts even more flash bomb there. And we can just block that with the Station Archivist. There we go, it hit the right one. We have a stun for the red side because we know he has a red side in his hand. The Tri-beam is going to become bigger and bigger, allowing us to kill his stuff. He only lurked twice, so as long as one of those lurks was not Pike, I think we should be okay. The Pike is going to be a big deal versus us. Okay, there's the Pike. He's playing it. That's kind of like a weird way. Like, why play Pike now? Why play Pike now?
It doesn't add up.
I don't want the Pike to get damage. I mean, sorry, I don't want the Pike to do damage to us, because I think if we lose to a Pike level up. So I'm gonna do this. If he has the Bone Skewer, he will deny our Mystic Shot and our thing. Yeah, he's just gonna kill the Caitlyn. We have another Caitlyn anyways. He still gets the damage. So that was the second Pike, by the way. He still gets the flash bombs in the deck, and we still can summon another Caitlyn next turn. And there we go. He gets Pike right back, but we also have Thermal for the Pike. We know he has a Rexa in his hand. We can start that with a Sentry anytime that we want. He does it like that, we're okay. I think we have to keep the Tri-beam for the Pike. Decides to block like this. So, I mean, that's a lot of flash bombs, right? Like, it's a very good chance that this Under Titan just dies. I'm gonna let it go. My punish here is gonna be if he has... Okay, yeah. Actually, I just done it, because now if he has the Joltfish... It's kind of a punish, right? We could do Mystic here. So we have enough mana to do Mystic, plus the stun, plus the Tri-beam. And that by Rek'Sai, we get the Tri-beam at 6 now.
It can be undone.
Oh, he's gonna go for the Pike. Okay, so he's gonna go for the Pike there. Oh. Okay, yeah, he used a second Rek'Sai and decided to go for the Pike. We could just do the Mystic as well, right? Like, we don't need to sacrifice our Caitlyn. Caitlyn's always gonna die anyways. I mean, sorry. Because I think I'd rather keep... The problem is the Pike is gonna be very strong. I don't think it's enough for level up, but it is going to be strong enough to do a lot of damage here. He's obviously going to be able to do the pike on this girl. So he should just do it on the Caitlyn. It's not enough to clear our whole board, and then we can just do the tribing on the pike, and then we still have the stun available for us. For like in case of like another Rek'Sai. He has one more unit that was created. So doing it like this, the fact that he killed our Bone Skewer means that he cannot save that with his own Bone Skewer. It's not a great hit, but it does have 6 attack, allowing us to be able to kill something. We have double stun, so we never die to another Rek'Sai. Problem is that his next pike is gonna level up, right? He sent a pike back to his deck already. It's also pretty annoying because he gets the Jellfish now. I think we're gonna do this now on the stack, see what we draw first. That's huge. Right? Isn't that huge? We could just kill it now. I wonder if it's actually okay to take the 6 damage. We should have killed it before he did the Lurk, huh? We should have killed it before he did the Lurk. Yeah, we should have killed it before he lurked, because now we gave him the chance to lurk. If we killed it there, he probably didn't have another card to lurk with. Because now if he has a pike, we lose. We also give the Jellfish another lurk, so if he has a second Jellfish, we also lose. Guess we don't lose, but it's not gonna be pretty, right? We have the stuns for next turn. We have the stuns, right? So the sentries are going to be huge because we can stun block as we need to. We can even block right now as well. Let's do it now. Let's not make the same mistake where we let him lurk, right? Because I think at this point, the only thing we lose to is going to be a level up pike. So as soon as he doesn't have a leveled up pike, we should be okay. I'm okay doing this first. And if he summons a unit with Sentry, I guess here's the problem. Does he have a pike? Like, is his last card pike? Jellfish? So that's game, right? Whew! That was close. That's why the sentries are going to be so critical until he had enough unit source to play it. That was close. He also has a lot of flashbombs, so, you know, we could potentially just score shit. Although the flashbombs are not necessarily at the top of his deck, because he's been predicting a lot of times. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Targon's Peak, right? So Targon's Peak is going to be very tough for us, because they will have a lot of AoE and other stuff to kind of stop us. I think at this point, we need to actually play for a Tri-Beam, right? We don't get the Tri-Beam, but at least we get the Farron, which if he gets hit by the... We also get a Thermal, which is pretty nice against Soy on turn 1. So if the Farron gets hit by the Targon's Peak, it's not the worst thing in the world. I wish I had the Tri-Beam. So I think in this matchup specifically, Tri-Beam is going to be so critical. So it's a little unfortunate. We do have ways to deal with his ramp at least. Like if he does any ramp card right here, we can Piltover, Thermal, Mystic, etc. The Voices of the Old One is a 3 health card, which means that he will die to the Thermal. Problem is that we have we don't have a lot of pressure here. We also play Scorched Earths, right? So that will allow us to... Oh, and this is a Tri-Beam, great. So Scorched Earth will allow us to kill the Targon's Peak. So I want him to use... If he has the Catalyze... If he has the Catalyze... the Thing of Eons, I wanted him to use it right there. I think we can go ahead and do the Archivist right now, to be honest. No reason not to. We could do the Whisper Words. I'm just gonna do the Mystic, depending on what he gets here. Yeah, so there's the bushes, the old faces of the old one that we talked about. So we can do thermal. We can do Mystic, I guess. Or we could just do a single thermal. Because we might need the Mystic to actually go phase. That's what I'm trying to think if it's actually. We definitely want to use this Mystic, I think. Yeah, whatever. Let's go Mystic. Maybe we join to the Ezreal at some point. We'll have he's still gonna have the the Thing of Eons to get the ramp going. So I actually like passing here. Now we are losing on pressure, like the value. But he also wants to ramp, right? Three sits. So we do the Whisper Wars first, because 3 sits. It's kind of like a low commitment cost. We still get the 5 from the thermal. Yeah, so he always had the Catalyzer of Eon. So why didn't he do this before? I'm gonna do the House Spider. I think it's a low value commitment. He can do the Avalanche. That's fine. Still means that he's spending his mana. We do the Station Archivist next turn to open up with. Or we can just open up with Farron, but I think Farron is going to be the thing. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to draw last time. We get the Scorched Earth that we talked about, which I think is going to be huge. Let's grab it right now and see what he does. So he's going to just kill everything, which means that we could do the Piltover Peacemaker into the Scorched Earth and advance that Trident even more. And we know we're gonna draw a Scorched Earth at some point, but he doesn't look like he has a Targon Speak. I feel like if he had the Targon Speak, he would have done it already. But at this point, what we need to worry about is have a way to kill Ezreal. We can remove the Spell Shield and then be able to, we do have the Scorched Earth as well. It's pretty nice. Here we can just do Farron. 3, 6, 79. And I start putting pressure this way. Next turn is gonna be his Field of Rush turn, right? Okay, I guess he can do that too. So now he cannot do Field of Rush next turn though, right? I do wonder if we should get the Tribune big enough to kill the Mind Splitter. Next turn we have 10 mana. We could just Mystic Shot. I guess we could Thermal right now as well. We probably need to. I'm gonna get greedy with the Scorched Earth, because I feel like I'm gonna need the Scorched Earth to be able to deal with Ezreal. If he wants to give me this, I'm okay taking that. Okay, he decides not to. Oh, now we can just Scorched Earth that how it is, right? So we just do this. If he gets Ezreal, it's a little bit annoying, but we can still remove the Spell Shield. Sure. Yep, we only have one card in our hand that was a 3-unit, my man. The moment if he attacks, we can kill that, right? With like a Mystic Shot. And this the Ezreal. So now we want to be able to kill the Ezreal, right? And the way that we're gonna do that is gonna be just through Thermal. Because we can just Thermal it. Although Because we can Mystic Shot, Thermoid. Problem is that if he attacks with the She Who Wonders, I prefer to kill this as well. Because if I don't kill this now, I'm not going to have a way to kill it. But obviously we have to do this because we cannot let the Aesol level up. We could have done double Tri-Beam, actually. Double Tri-Beam could have also killed her. Yeah, so unfortunately we have to let this go. Just because of what it could mean. This is the Archivist. Second term was not bad. It's a low mana commitment because we can do this. That's unfortunate. That is a little bit unfortunate. Because the Trident is just gonna be met with him being able to block. Still have the thermal. I think we just present the attack here. Obviously, he shouldn't. That's a huge hit. Problem is that he levels up the Aesol right here, right? I mean, he has to block. He has to block, but he will be able to level up the Aesol. He just needs to block with Aesol instead. Yeah, he levels up the Aesol. This thing... Wow, he's gonna... Yeah, you shouldn't sacrifice that. The problem is that if he takes that damage, then he's gonna be vulnerable. So he has to do it this way, because he doesn't want to die to... Yeah, he had to take it that way, because he didn't want to die to the decimates, I guess. But we only have one, so I'm not sure why he did it that way. Now we still have the elusive on the field. What we need to be careful, though, is that he could have, like, the elusive himself, right? He discarded one Aesol. That's huge. Because we already killed one. So this is his last Aesol. If we kill this Aesol, then he loses the game. Immortal Fire. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking about the Immortal Fire. If we do the Tri-Beam on this guy, we kill the Aesol. The Immortal Fire stays alive. Where the Immortal Fire is gonna die to just attack into the Empyrean. Oh, that's huge. Wait, that's actually huge, no? Like, don't we just take this and just attack? It only worked because we had the dragon right here, to be honest. Like, he still lives. Cool. We get to do this. I actually like doing this. Getting him low enough in health. He also advances our Tri-Beam. So our Tri-Beam could potentially kill him next turn. If he blocks right here... The problem is that if he has Zoe, we lose, right? If he has the Zoe, we lose. This at least forces him to have to block. Yeah, Zoe will kill us. If he has like Field the Rush and he's able to do the Zoe, he actually kills us. I think it's too expensive to summon Farron. He could also have Ravines, by the way, and kill us that way. We have no way to heal. We need one way to kill Zoe, because if he has Field the Rush here, that's not Field the Rush. He has another elusive, we also lose. Feel the rush is the scary part here, right? Because of the sword being able to get... Okay. I like doing this and doing the decimate, putting him at 3. We have the Thermal to be with a Feel the Rush. He has no more ASO, so if he does Feel the Rush, he's using all his mana to summon a 10-10 Zoe that we can just kill with Thermal. Right? Okay, I guess that kills us, huh? That kills us unless we draw exactly Mystic, and we shouldn't have any more Mystics in our deck. He ended up getting the second hit that stairs. No, we're not okay, right? We need to do this. We need to do this. So that... But if we do this, I think it has to be like this, right? Has to be like this, so that our Driving can kill this and give us a blocker. So it has to be this. This will... Now we can do the Driving. Kill the hit that stairs. Get a blocker for the second hit that stairs. And be able to survive. And then next turn, Pharaon is not enough. Yeah, next turn Pharaon is not enough. Because we don't have enough mana for the... Again, if he has Feel the Rush, he can summon a Zoe here. That's going to have Elusive. We can attack. We can attack with the Pharaon. Pushing the 2 damage. And then kill him with Static Shot. But it's very lucky that he has a heal. If he passes, we have to just pass back. Yeah, that's the Feel the Rush. So now he just wins, right? We still have to attack, because... so the only way that we win here... Obviously, he's not going to block with Zoe. If he blocks with Zoe, that's actually trolling, because we could easily just draw the Scorched Earth, and now his Zoe doesn't win it, right? We also have Flocks that we could draw. So he needs to open attack, but now he loses to a Flock or any other ability that we get. And there you go. We ended up getting the Flock. We don't even need the Flock. We can just Static Shock her. So we'll do the Static Shock first. So the bombs ended up triggering, giving us the value anyways. And now we just do the Decimate and we win. We have to do it now before he's able to do a Caitlyn Tavern Keeper or a Blighted Ravine. Ooh, that was close. That was close. The fact that he lost that third ASO when he overdrew made the difference, right? Because we only had to kill 2 ASOs, and once we killed the 2, the third one got obliterated, and that took us to Diamond. What a game. What a game for us to get to Diamond. But you can kind of see the power of this deck, though. Wow. GG's. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. We had some pretty crazy games. I think all 4 of those games were really close. I sat down, I recorded. I wasn't planning to, record for too long. So I was like, okay, I'll put whatever games I get in here, whether it's win or loss. We ended up just winning. Getting all the way to Diamond finally in our Smurf account, and all the games I think were super close, right? I can't believe that Targon Peace game and how close that was at the end. But anyways, this is a really fun deck as you see, and I think it is very well positioned. We ended up not going against a lot of Demacia decks this time around, but you can kind of get the general idea as you saw as we kind of beat that Action Sivir deck in the first game, how you end up beating them just because of all your Flocks and Scorched Earth, and even, being able to just get rid of their landmark, right? So really fun deck. In terms of mulligan, you always want to keep your Tribing, right? So the Tribing If you can get Draven in your mulligan, that's the best way to go. Gives you access to the other stuff. I usually also like keeping Caitlyn to be able to start getting those flash bombs on really early. If you're up against aggro, always worth it to keep the house spider to be able to stop them. And then after that, it's just, keep enough removal depending on who you're going against, right? So if you're going against darkness, probably want to keep a mystic shell or a Piltover Peacemaker to be able to deal with the Catalyzer. You can, afford to keep some thermals as well to be able to deal with their champions, etc., etc., right? Sometimes I might even keep a sentry against stuff like a Pantheon, where I know I want to stop like one of their key attack units and not risk not getting the sentry later on in the game. I usually never keep Ezreal. Some cases I do, but most times it's probably better not to. But anyways, enough of that. Hope you enjoy those games. And remember, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to subscribe below. It helps us out a lot. You can also catch us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream about 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also find us in our Discord group. You can find the link for that in the description below. And also on Twitter, you can find the link for that below as well. Hope you enjoy the games and you enjoy this deck. And I'll see you all tomorrow.